Hey, what's going on YouTube? And welcome back to Scents of South Jersey for another fragrance review. Today we're going to be taking a look at a fragrance from 1987 from the house of AUBUSSON. This is AUBUSSON's Futuros. So what we're going to do, as we always do in all of my individual fragrance reviews, is break down the fragrance into 5 parts. First, we're going to take a look at the box and the bottle presentation. Then I'm going to go over the fragrance's notes, let you know which ones I can pick up on the most, talk about the fragrance's performance, go over my overall thoughts on the fragrance, and then of course give it its overall rating. Before we jump into this review of Futuros, I want to say, guys, if it's your first time here and you haven't yet subscribed, or if you're a frequent viewer and you haven't subscribed yet, do me a favor and hit the subscribe button. The channel's growing and I can't thank you guys all enough for all of the support over the years. And also check out the Scents of South Jersey Instagram page for news and updates on the channel, photos of fragrances from my collection, daily scent of the day posts, news and updates, things about when the next video is going to drop, and a way to contact me if need be. Also, there's some links I want to go over. Number one being the link to my Mercari page. Guys, if you want to purchase anything that you've seen on the channel directly from my collection, I'm listing a lot of things that I'm no longer wearing, things I'm looking to get rid of to make room for new fragrances, to make new content for you for the channel. Also, I have a connection with Eros Perfume Outlet, and they are a store on eBay, and all you need to do is go on there and message them and say you heard about them from Scents of South Jersey, and they will give you a 10% discount. They have a huge collection of vintage, discontinued, rare stuff and fragrances in general. But anyway, let's take a look at Futuros from the house of AUBUSSON from 1987. Okay, let's take a look at the presentation first. Let's take a look at the box here. So you got a picture of the bottle on here, and it took me a while to figure out that that's what that was, but Futuros, so it says that here, which means future, going forward, what's going to happen. And it's interesting because it's a classic fragrance. On the top, you have AUBUSSON Homme, and then on the back, you've got some brand information there, made in France, size and concentration. It's a 50 ml eau de toilette. Whoops, there we go. And let's open the box up here. Nice box, actually pretty cool quality box. That bottle pattern wraps around there. Shiny, well made, French wrapper, no pattern on the inside. Now let's take a look at the bottle. This is one of the coolest bottles to me. It looks like a rocket ship. Like these here on the side are the 2 rocket propellers or a projector or whatever, and that would launch it, and then those would detach, and it would just be the centerpiece here. But it says Futuros. And this is like almost like, it's glass, but it's almost like spray painted. There's no plastic here except for the cap on the back, the same pattern. And I put a decent dent in this one, and you can see here on the bottom. Let's take that cap off. No pattern on the top. It is a splash bottle, but I have decanted it for you. And it is solid. There's a harder plastic thing in there too. And so it's an awesome presentation. I love it. It's so classic, so 80s looking, very cool, very of the time to try to make something look more futuristic, hence the name and what I think the bottle looks like, a spaceship. Okay, let's go over the notes for AUBUSSON Homme's Futuros. So not a lot of notes. I'm sure there's a lot more in there, but what I could find on Fragrantica was just a few that they listed in. We have oak moss, spicy notes, cloves, woody notes, leather, and tonka. I definitely get oak moss. I'm going to get into that. I definitely get spice. I get woody notes, a little bit of clove, but again, not much. Maybe I'm just imagining it, that I think I'm smelling it, which is a good thing for me, because clove is one of the notes that I find to be overpowering. If you think of a scent like Jacquemo de Jacquemo, it's like all clove. That's all it is. Where this, I get a lot more, and it's a big time oak moss bomb. Okay, now it's time to talk about the performance for Futuros by the house of AUBUSSON or AUBUSSON Parfums. Very good performer. Definitely lasts between 8 and 10 hours from what I noticed, on clothing especially, but even on skin. It doesn't come to a skin scent. It stays with you as a nice scent cloud, scent bubble. I notice it, and I continue to notice it throughout the day. And then even on the next day, like if you were to pick up your shirt to throw it in the laundry, or you put it back on again, you'll definitely smell this. It's a great performer. Makes sense. Heavy on the green notes, spicy notes, 80s fragrance. It's all fitting for a good performance, and I was very well pleased with the performance for Futuros by AUBUSSON. Okay, it's time for my overall thoughts for AUBUSSON's Futuros. So I have some decanted here. Let's spray some on here. And wow, this scent, it's very unknown, right? And I was immediately shocked at how good this one was, how much I liked it, how much I enjoyed it. I didn't know much about it. There's not many reviews I know a couple channels have talked about it, but it was always in a list and it was always relatively brief, and that's okay, right? Because how many people are going to find out about this one? But I figured it'd be a perfect scent to review. It's an oak moss lover's dream. It is a bomb of greenness. There's a little bit of leather, a little bit of spice or clove in there, and it's like it's also fresh at the same time. So think, fresh haircut, barbershop. You throw a nice shirt on, you throw a little Futuros on. You're feeling fresh, green, and mean. Think about the best parts of Polo for Men or Polo Green without the heavier tobacco and much fresher and sportier. That's what you're going to get with this. And it smells so good. Definitely going to be an awesome scent for spring, summer, fall, and winter. You could wear it all year round. That's what's nice about it. It has that versatility if you're into classic fragrances. So, if you get a splash bottle, spray bottle, doesn't matter. It's gonna be awesome. Just decant it. That's what I like to do, and I've been doing that more. It makes it last a lot longer too, because with splash, this one, if you do notice, I will say the one downside to this presentation is just the opening, but it doesn't matter. Just get a sprayer because it smells absolutely fantastic. And it's good for daily wear. Again, it's a clean, masculine, and as it's on your skin or clothes, it does soften up a little bit in the beginning. You might get that danky sort of really green, really oak moss, but it softens up, it freshens up, becomes a little bit more airy, easier to wear. There's nothing clunky or stuffy about this that lingers for a long time. That dense greenness is very normal for the openings of many classic 80s fragrances, but it becomes such a nice fragrance, nice smell. I'm so happy about this one. This is one I definitely want to get more bottles of if I can find it. It's becoming hard to find, so if you see it out there, make sure to nab it. It's awesome, and it lasts too. It does last, and it's such a pleasant scent, and I love how it's a mix of like a sporty green, barbershop fougere, but still an oak moss bomb, and the spiciness in there too. There's a little bit going, it's not too much going on, but just enough to keep it very interesting. I absolutely love this scent. Okay, it's time for my overall ratings for AUBUSSON's Futuros, the fragrance from 1987. As far as the presentation goes, I absolutely love it. I love the fact that it looks like a freaking rocket ship, space shuttle, some sort of spacecraft. The only thing that would make it better is if it had a built-in sprayer, but I can't always get what I want, right? So 9 out of 10 as far as the presentation goes. As far as the performance goes, between that 8 and 10 hour range. So we're gonna drop that right at a 9 for the performance and the scent. I absolutely love it. I have a lot of green, 80 cents, but this one definitely smells fantastic. 8.5 out of 10 for the scent, which is going to bring the overall rating from me for Futuros by AUBUSSON, the 1987 release, to an 8.5 out of 10. If you don't have it, go get it. It's awesome. Okay, guys, that's going to wrap it up for me. That was my review of the 1987 release from the house of AUBUSSON, Futuros. The future is now, even though this is definitely not a futuristic scent, it's very, very classic. Guys, let me know in the comment section, have you ever tried this? Do you have anything else from the house of AUBUSSON? I've done some videos that include other fragrances. Well, one other fragrance from this house. So I would love to hear your thoughts on this one. Do you like it? Do you have something better in mind that you think is comparable? Please let me know in the comment section. You guys know I always appreciate all the interaction. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't done so. Follow the Instagram page. Check out the links to my Mercari page and, of course, to Eros Perfume Outlet. The link will be there. And remember to message them for that 10% discount. Guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me today and watching the video, and I will see you all in the next one. Take care.